Never, always, maybe, name.
Hip-hop, don't stop. 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 Hip-hop, don't stop.
Yes, y'all, and welcome to today's episode of Hip Hop.
And it don't stop.
I am your host, Never Always Maybe name. Okay, we will be going over today's topic of family. But first, before we do that, y'all know we got to show some love to the Hip Hop and It Don't Stop Beauty of the Week.
Hip hop and it don't stop. Beauty of the week. Hip hop and it don't stop. Beauty of the week. Hip hop and it don't stop. Beauty of the week. Hip hop and it don't stop. Beauty of the week.
Okay, that was this week's Hip Hop and It Don't Stop Beauty of the Week. Y'all ready to get into this topic? Let's do it now. Today's topic, family. Okay, today I think it's important that we go over the topic of family, the necessity of family, the importance of family, okay? Let's start off, and I'm gonna take it back to when I was a little kid. I do that a lot. Because listen, I speak from my heart. I don't write any of this down. None of these episodes that y'all hear is prepped. You know, I don't prepare it. I just speak how I feel. If I feel like my pauses are maybe a little too long, I'll edit it so I'm not just leaving y'all hanging or whatever. But, you know, that's where it all starts from. It starts from our childhoods. Everything, negative or positive, it starts from our childhoods. So I tend to take it back to when I was a kid. All right. So listen, I take it back, right? I go back into my mind, go back into time. That little boy around all of these adults, mostly women, my aunts, you know, my mom, you know, grandmoms, you know, the men, there weren't many men around. And I don't know, it seems intentional, but that's another story for another show. But it was mostly women. And I remember when I was a kid, my aunt, she would ask, when the last time you see your grandmother? Or she would ask my cousins, when the last time you saw your cousin? Or when the last time you saw And it's like they would force me and my cousins to go visit our grandparents or visit our family. And it was just this thing that was instilled in us. Where I remember one time my aunt asked my brother, would you fight your brother like he was somebody outside? And he said yes. And I remember it hurt when he said that. It hurt when he said that. And I'm a little kid. You know, I was probably maybe 11 years old. And I remember that feeling, and it was a long discussion had on why you should not fight your blood relatives the way you would fight someone outside. And there have been many moments like that growing up with my family, those teachable moments on how to be family. You see, family doesn't just happen. Family takes work. Family takes doing, okay? You can't just look at someone because, let's say, for example, let's use cousin, okay? Nephew. Yeah, let's use nephew. I can't just roll up on my nephew and just feel like he should respect me, my authority, as his uncle if I'm not there for him, if I haven't been there for him. Family takes doing. I have to earn that. See, a lot of people get this sense of entitlement. Daughters get this sense of entitlement. Sons, even parents, get this sense of entitlement. But look at what's in the word. Look at what's in the middle of the word entitlement. Title. You think your title is enough for me to submit or bend to your will when you haven't done the work. You haven't been there for me in crisis. You haven't had my back. You haven't supported me. You haven't called me. You haven't checked on me. I haven't seen you in who knows how long, but you roll up on me with this title and this entitlement because you're my daughter or you're my niece or nephew or because you're my father. These are all titles. What have we been through together? What have we overcome? What have we survived together? What battles have we won, you and I? Was there a time when you as my nephew was doing your homework and you were struggling with maybe a section of your homework and I sat down and said, what's going on? How can I help you? Or actually help. Not even ask, how can I help you? Actually help. Was there a time when maybe that child's parents couldn't get them something to wear for their birthday and you stepped in as an aunt or an uncle and got it for them? Maybe your sibling, whether it's a brother or a sister, their kid needed their hair done. And instead of you going and looking at the kid like, she don't take care of her kids. Look at her kids. How about you do it? What do you think? You think that that kid's hair not being done is not your responsibility? That's your niece. That's your nephew. That's your grandchild. That is your cousin. That is your blood relative. But you'd rather gossip about your relative and say they don't take care of their kids. No, you're not taking care of their kids either. It's your responsibility too. We are family. We are a family. If the pamper is not changed, you're supposed to change it too. It's your job. We are a family. I heard the saying, it takes a village. Come on now, I'm not the only one who heard that. If I roll up and visit my sister and I see my nephew needs a haircut, it's not my job to ask her why she ain't get his haircut. No, it's come on, nephew, let's go. And get him a haircut. Get him something to wear. He's my responsibility too. That's my nephew. That's how family works. You see, this singular, every man for theyself mindset is what's causing the destruction of the family. You see, the family should not be competing with each other. We should be joining arms and competing outside of the family if competition is necessary. The competition is necessary if somebody's trying to get in your way. If someone outside the family is trying to get in the family's way, then the competition is necessary. Other than that, we can continue to thrive as a family as long as nobody's in our way. Family takes doing. Family takes work. You can't just roll up on me as my daughter and think that I'm just supposed to dote on you. If I'm trying to reach out to you, I'm trying to build with you, I'm trying to have lunch with you, spend time with you, but you're so caught up in this world, in the ways of worlds, and in the excitement of the world, you're not checking on your father. You're not making time for your father. And that's where the bond deteriorates, at least for me. Maybe other people will just look at it like, oh, I haven't seen my daughter in 15 months. And then when she comes around, oh, hey, baby, how you doing? All that excitement. And that's not real. To me, family takes work. It takes, if we don't speak, at least we're texting. If we're not texting or speaking, we're definitely seeing each other. We're maintaining consistent contact. That goes for the sons, nephews, cousins, uncles, grandmother, whoever, father, mother. If you're going years without seeing your blood relatives, they're no longer your family. They are your relatives. Your family doesn't even have to be blood related. Like I said earlier, those people who stood by you when you were faced with an obstacle or some sort of opposition, and they stood by you. This is not your blood relatives, but they have these family adjacent characteristics. So this now becomes your family. Your bond is tighter than your blood because they put in the work. I'm not going to put somebody who's had my back for the past few years after my blood relative. I'm not going to put my blood relative before somebody who I've known for the past 7-8 years and we've been through a struggle together. I will not put my blood relative before them because I know they got my back. I know they are going to be there when I need them. I don't know that about my family, my relatives rather. I don't know that about them. And they've shown me in some ways they really don't care about me. They don't text me. They don't call me. They don't check on me. That's like they don't care if you're living or dead because they don't bother to check. They are no longer your family. Family takes work. Now, being blood, ain't no way, you can't get around that. That's your blood. You're on the same bloodline. But they aren't going to get any perks or special treatment off of that fact. Not from me, because I know what real family is. Family is when you're young or old, reflecting on my youth, being forced and told by my family, listen, go check on such and such. Go see so and so. We having a family gathering. Everybody has to be there. If you don't show up, it's going to be an issue. You're going to have a real problem with us. You have to be there. You want to go to a party or whatever that is? No, cancel that. Come to this. This is what you have to come to. Okay? In a month, we're going to be having a family reunion. We're going down south. All that. That's family. Family takes work. You are not my family if I haven't seen you in 5-10 years. You're not my family. You are not. How could you possibly be my family? And as far as blood relatives, they'll go into it and say something like, they'll try to blame, or he's just angry, or they're just like, no, I've grown. I know what family is. How could you say I'm angry or upset or holding a grudge or anything? You haven't been around me for years. That's typical human behavior you're expressing. I've grown. I'm observant. I see it. If you weren't around me yesterday, how could you know how I feel today? You weren't around me. You can't say that I'm angry or any. You don't know. You haven't been around me for years. You're not even taking the time to learn. That's what makes you less of family. You're still blood, but you're not even willing to take the time to sit down and learn me all over again. I'm not who I used to be, and I'm not who you think I am. You don't know me. I don't know you. But I want to. We're blood. But we're not family. You're my relative. My family is who I'm always around. I can introduce you to my family. Maybe you guys can mesh. Who knows? But this is my family. Yeah, they're not my blood, but this is my family right here. Family takes work. Family takes doing. Erase that entitlement. Erase it. It's self-defeating. It shows me you're pretty sick and underdeveloped. If you come around me expecting me to behave a certain way because we share the same blood, you're telling me, you're showing me who you are, and I'm going to believe you. Family takes work. Family takes contacting, connecting, bonding, conversating, listening, learning each other. Family isn't just about blood, sharing the same blood. Family takes work. And if you're too lazy to do the work or you don't care about it, it'll show. And then you're not a family. You gotta want to be a family. Don't just come around trying to feel like, oh, I'm his cousin, or I'm her cousin, or I'm that person's aunt, or so I'm in. No, you are not. What have you done for me lately? You are a stranger, but we do share the same blood, so we can build off of that. Because I want to be family, but it takes work. It's rules for family. For any other type of fraudulent, bootleg, fake connection, there's no rules. It's lawless. I don't want any part of that. To be family, you have to be open and willing to accept that this person may not be exactly what you want them to be, but you love them enough to help them grow. You got their back and they got yours. And I think I can end it right there. That's this week's episode of Hip Hop and It Don't Stop, family. And now, the name tag. Y'all know what a name tag is. Never always, maybe, Thoughts and guidance. And today's name tag is: being a part of my past doesn't make you a part of my future. Do the work, people. That's all it is. Don't just think automatically you're a part of mine's or anyone's future, like you're just guaranteed placement or you're entitled to being a part of someone's life. Do the work, people. Do the work. Be a good friend. Be a good family member. Be a good business partner. Be a good husband or wife. Be a good child. Be a good daughter. Be a good son. Be active, effective. Play your part. Being a part of my past doesn't make you a part of my future. And that's today's name tag. Okay, y'all, that was this week's episode of Hip Hop and It Don't Stop, family. Tune in next week where we will be talking about entertainment. And remember, this is why we do what we do. And when we do what we do it for hip hop.
And it don't stop.
Peace.
Shit, man. While y'all was hanging out, smoking, drinking, fucking, I was in the crib, I was up to something. I was so focused, couldn't tell me nothing. Thought that I was bluffing, now they acting like I owe them something. Scratch that, I'm past that. Now my only concern is my ass cap in the NASDAQ. Fuck worry about food in the fridge, where the fuck I'm gonna live and pay the bills in my crib. I wanna complain about too many mortgages. Be pissed off cause somebody broke into one of my fortresses. Tired of complaining about the bus was late. I wanna pay and see the smile on my butler's face. Wanna pull up in my car, everybody like holy shit. Wanna have to decide where to get my rollie fix. When it's my time, I'ma shine. For now I grind, stuck trying to turn the penny to a dime. If I'ma have problems, then I want rich problems. I'm done with the being broke, man, I need rich problems. I'm tired of having that problem and this problem. I'm trying to switch it from broke problems to rich problems. If I'ma have problems, then I want rich problems. I'm done with the being broke, man, I need rich problems. I'm tired of having that problem and this problem. I'm trying to switch it from broke problems to rich problems. I wanna be tired of having to choose which car to drive. Boy, from fucking all of the prettiest stars alive. Instead of these ghetto bitches from the hood that treated me like shit. This now all of a sudden all on my dick. Want men to be men again and take charge. Why die small time when I can live large? Pedicure, manicure, happy ending massage. Have a weekly menage, fireplace at the lodge. Why pay a landlord? I could be the lord of my land. Speedboat, beach house on the are watered with sand. Fuck being single, marriage is the ultimate plan. The greatest of wealth, only the real understand. Why my family don't support me so I can support them. Had to deport them, baby, had to abort them. This the life that I work for, I'm so blessed. It's not like it don't come with no stress at all. But if I'ma have problems, then I want rich problems. I'm done with the being broke, man, I need rich problems. I'm tired of having that problem and this problem. I'm trying to switch it from broke problems to rich problems. If I'ma have problems, then I want rich problems. I'm done with the being broke, man, I need rich problems. I'm tired of having that problem and this problem. I'm trying to switch it from broke problems to rich problems. Rich problems. Woo! Never always, maybe, eh? Just had to get that off my chest right quick. Now you see, ENT. Nah, man.